I hope you don't mind that I might be doing this one like this. I'm honestly just exhausted from a whole day of doing nothing. And I even took a nap. I think you might have noticed my cute top. It's like a hat, like this. Yeah, I know it's gorgeous. And I'm wearing it for myself, not for anyone else. I didn't know what I'm supposed to talk about today, so I asked ChatGPT what are the most trendy topics, and then it gave me some options, and the first one was mental health. I mean, somehow nowadays, everyone seems to have more or less some sort of mental problems. I mean, certainly everyone has their own problems. It's just for different people, they handle it differently. For me personally, I think it's also like a very Chinese thing. We never really talk about mental health in my family. Like, if you had an argument with your parents, there's no conversation after that. It would just be you apologizing or them asking you to have dinner, and then it's solved. And since my generation is mainly only children, we're just overly spoiled, obviously. And usually the parents would compromise. I know it sounds crazy, but that's the truth. But somehow, the only children in China, they're just normal. Because it was the first time for me to hear a stereotype about only children, which is them being selfish, not being able to share, and just extremely spoiled. I remember this one time I was hanging out with a group of Germans because one of us was supposed to order food for us and he didn't order anything for me. So I asked this woman if she could share her pile of French fries with me because she really had a lot and then she had other food as well. And she was just like, no, everything is mine. I mean, it could be that she eats a lot, but at the end she didn't even finish half of it. And then later, her fiance just told me, it's normal for her to be like that. She's the only child. Dude, for your information, I'm also an only child. So, what's the message behind that? So I didn't eat anything, but I kept my cool because I'm an adult and a decent person. I mean, obviously stereotyping is just wrong because every individual is special. You can't just categorize people like that. But now that there are actually people who believe that, we should really take advantage of it. So what I learned from this thing is that problems are most of the time opportunities. From now on, I'm gonna get away with everything I did. From now on, no one is allowed to call me selfish. I'm just an only child. So I was doing this 16+8 fasting where you're only allowed to eat within 8 hours. It didn't work. Obviously, because that's why I use past tense. So I would eat between 12 o'clock till 8 in the evening. I felt like an animal. Sometimes I would just stare at the clock and then start literally stuffing things into my mouth when it hits 12 exactly. Yeah. Somehow I ate a bit more than normal. So if you're a greedy bitch like me, don't try it. I love Matt Rife, this stand-up comedian. His jokes about people having no empathy towards hot people, I can really relate. People just assume we don't have any problems, especially in the dating world. Personally, for me, I don't know if it's because I live in a village and I'm extremely introverted and I never go out. No one really approaches me. Well, yeah, there are people approaching me, but they're always strangers who always manage to find their way to make you feel uncomfortable. Oh my god. The public transportation in rural areas here is traumatizing. I want to go to another town near here, and if I had a car, it would take approximately 40 minutes to drive, but if I want to take the public transportation, I have to take a bus, a train, a bus, and then walk for 20 minutes and then another bus. Might as well just walk there. It's 12:30 at night and I'm still awake, talking in front of a camera alone, and I'm hungry and I'll try not to eat anything. At least I'm pretty. I watched this documentary about Pornhub, basically, on Netflix, and it talked about the top 10 searches. I can't remember in which region. I guess in general, it's mainly Asian. So I was thinking, so maybe I'm gonna start my own business. I'm gonna be your fake Asian girlfriend. There's gonna be all kinds of modes you can combine. I can be sweet but dominant, or sweet and submissive, or I can be sassy. But our dates are only gonna take place in public, and I will have to have a bodyguard no farther than 5 meters from me, so... But it would still be fun, wouldn't it? Like, who would like to try? Let me know. Yeah, it could really be fun. But how much shall I charge hourly? I think I have to charge at least the same as a gynecologist makes, so I'll have to ask ChatGPT. I am inspired. I'm such a genius. I just love my mind, honestly. So that's it for today, and see you in the next one. Bye.